Hi everybody, I'm coming to you live from the Excalibur in Las Vegas. Thank you so much for anyone that's hopping on live. As you can see in the background, we've got a dream fairy tale castle. I'm looking over the Luxor pyramid. It's a really gorgeous hot day. We've got palm trees all around, husband and son playing in the swimming pool. So we've got the pool just here, and it's just an amazing day, and there's a few of the team dotted around as well. So I just thought I'd jump on because I've had so many messages the last few days just asking about what I do, how does it work, why I chose to move from my current career into what I do now. So I just thought I'm going to hop on and share that with you. Now it is quite noisy, you've got lots of music on in the background, but we are in Vegas, so hey, that's how it rolls here. So yeah, for anyone who's maybe liked this page but I've not met in person and you've maybe not heard about what I do properly, this will be fantastic for you if you are looking for something new, something really exciting. For me it was about gaining time back, obviously working hard initially, but then gaining back financial and time freedom. And that's what it's done for me over the last 4.5 years. So before I started my social marketing business with Arbonne, I was a secondary school teacher teaching dance and drama. I also ran the Pink Elephant Agency, which I founded in 2006, which is a dance and model agency, and absolutely loved that. I loved what I was doing because it was in dance, it was in the arts. And what happened is when I started my family, so I'm now a mum of 3, I have a 6-year-old, a 2-year-old and a 4-month-old. When I started my family, my priorities made a massive shift, and I instantly knew that I didn't want to be working all day in schools. I wanted to be with my son. I know how fast 9 months goes, and I just didn't want to be going back into work and missing a thing. And also with my agency, you know, it's very stressful, not the kindest industry to be in, you know, having to judge people on the way they look, what their hair colour is. It actually didn't sit right with me, with my core values. So I kind of had got to the point in my life where I wanted to start doing something different but had no idea what, and I just couldn't see myself being a school teacher until my retirement age of about 70, and a dance one at that. I just didn't see how it was possible. So I did feel quite in limbo and quite anxious about the future, whereas now I feel super excited about it, and that is because a few months after my son was born, I heard about Arbonne. So I was invited for a coffee, and my friend said to me, you know, I've got a really good business opportunity. I thought of you straight away. Would you be up for coming and meeting me, having a coffee and just hearing the details? Doesn't matter if it's for you or not, but I'd love to share it with you. And I am a really open-minded person, and I thought it'll be great to catch up with her, even if it isn't for me. And I went along and had that coffee. I knew instantly that I wanted to join this business. The business model alone just made absolute sense to me. It's a way for ordinary people to build something around their current jobs. It doesn't matter if they're working full-time, if they've got 5 kids. I've met a mum out here who's got 7 children and worked and built her Arbonne business. So it is just something that you build in the tiny nooks and crannies around what you're already doing. And then, you know, for me, it was a plan B that I knew I wanted to turn into a plan A. But for some people, they really love their careers and they wouldn't walk away from that. So it's just an additional income. But yeah, for me, I definitely was shooting for the top, to not work again, to never have to worry about finances again, but most of all to gain time back, because I knew I wanted to build a family, and I knew that I didn't want to be putting the kids into nurseries and going off to work every day. So that's exactly what I did, and now I have the great pleasure of coaching other people to do the same, and it is just the most rewarding thing I've ever done. So I'll firstly tell you why we're here. So I'm in Las Vegas at the Excalibur Hotel. There's helicopters flying overhead. It's just so exciting here. I absolutely love it. And we come here every year. This is my 4th year for our global training conference. And this year I got to walk the stage as a new regional vice president of Arbonne, 4.5 years in, which means I've reached the 3rd of the 4 levels. For me, I used to always say to people in the start, you know, this is a life-changing level, and we did it in December last year and got recognised for that on Saturday morning. So I was going from being mummy mode in the morning, feeding my son, getting ready, heading to the conference, and then an hour later I'm wearing a ball gown and I'm walking across the stage in front of 20,000 people, and it was the most exhilarating, exciting moment and proud moment of my life. And I don't mean proud of myself, I mean proud of my entire team, because it's just such a team business, it's such a relationship business, and we have so much fun. So that's why we're here. We had 3 days of training from global leaders. So I've absorbed so much that I can take home and help other people build phenomenal businesses as well, no matter where they're at and what they currently do. So yeah, so I'm going to tell you what I do, and just before I do, I want you to just think about a couple of things that my friend said to me before I heard about Arbonne, and they really stuck in my mind. So the first thing she said to me is, if you keep doing what you're doing now, will you be happy where you'll be in 5 years' time, on a personal level, financially? You know, how will your life look in 5 years' time if you don't change anything? And we all know that if you don't change something, nothing changes, because our life, and whether we're successful and happy, all comes down to what we do on a daily basis. So think about that. And for me, I thought actually things probably aren't going to change, apart from the fact I'm going to start having children, which I was really excited about, but that did put fear and anxiety into me about finances, going back to work, the cost of childcare. So Arbonne made sense on that level. But then also the other thing that I could really relate to was when she asked me if your primary source of income in your household was to be taken away at midnight tonight through maybe redundancy or illness or anything, you know, life throws things at us, how long could you and your family survive for? And I'd literally just been in that situation because my husband had found himself out of work just after having our first child. So we'd gone from 2 good incomes to literally just trying to survive on my statutory maternity pay. So we've been in that place that you don't really want to be. And at that point I could have really done with a plan B, but I didn't have one. There was no backup apart from us calling our parents at age 30. So that's why when I heard the Arbonne opportunity, I thought, gosh, not only do I need this, everyone does, because it doesn't matter what you do for a career, everyone needs a plan B. And for me, the thought that I could build a willable asset that would pay the next 5 generations of my family, so my children's grandchildren will benefit from what I'm building now, it just made sense. So I'm going to very quickly, because I know it's getting late if you're watching over in the UK, but I'm going to talk through what I do and you can have a think. Maybe you might know someone that would be absolutely perfect. Maybe you know someone that is maybe in a place where they don't enjoy their job, maybe they want to see their kids more, maybe their husband works ridiculous hours and they'd love for him to be able to cut down and maybe just work the 40 hours instead of the 60. Maybe they want to help a charity and they just don't have the funds to set that up, or maybe they've got a business venture that they want to invest in and build, but they need the funds to do that. So what I do is I am a regional vice president and independent consultant with Arbonne International, and Arbonne is a 37-year-old company. So it's a health and wellbeing company, something I knew nothing about prior to starting my business. But all the products are botanically based with cutting edge science. So we've got the best of science and nature working together. We've got Swiss heritage, so we have the highest standard of ingredients, and we adhere to European regulations. So very pure, safe and beneficial products. So our founder started Arbonne in 1980. His name was Petter Mork and he was a Norwegian entrepreneur. He wanted to create very pure, safe, beneficial products that were affordable to everyday people by attaching them to this model of social marketing and giving normal people like me the chance to build extraordinary lifestyles and income by being the ones recommending the products. So we're currently in 7 countries. We started in America, then we went to Canada, the UK, Poland, New Zealand, Australia, Taiwan, and we are launching into Germany in 2018. So we're a 37-year-old company on the brink of globalization, which is so exciting, because as consultants we are the ones that take these products into the new countries. So a little bit about the products if you've never tried them, and if you haven't tried them, just inbox me and I will send you a sample bundle when I get home. So we have over 450 products, everything you would need from baby products right through to anti-aging skincare, health, wellness, nutrition, sports nutrition, spa detox range. We have hair care. We have pretty much everything that would go on mine and my family's body day in, day out. We have all of that. And what really stood out to me, even though I wasn't a big product person before Arbonne, the things that I thought, yeah, these are things people are looking for now, is everything's pH correct, it's hypoallergenic, it's dermatologist tested, it's paediatrician approved. We are vegan across all products, and we are now 76% vegan certified, which has taken a long time to go through that process, but we've been vegan since 1980, so very, very proud of that. Which means we've got no animal products or byproducts, and we've never ever tested on animals. And that's very hard to come across, especially in high-end brands. But what really stuck in my mind is what's not in the product. So if you take anything away from watching this, I would say just really to take this bit in. You know, we formulate without any mineral oil, which is a byproduct of the crude oil industry, so it's not good enough to go in your cars, but skincare companies buy it, and it's in 94% of products out there on the high street, and it's just a dirt cheap bulking agent. It works like a barrier on the skin, but it actually suffocates the skin, and your skin is your largest detoxifying organ. So if you see liquid and perfume on your products, you know you've got that bulking agent in there, and it's stopping the good ingredients from penetrating and stopping the toxins from leaving your body by trapping the skin. And it was in everything I had. So we've got none of that. We've got no synthetic parabens, phthalates, formaldehyde, preservatives, no synthetic chemical dyes, fragrances, none of the nasties, but all the good green buzzwords going on that people are looking for. And where we sit on the market, you've got your economy brands, Boots and Superdrug if you're from the UK. And in fact, if you're watching this, just comment below and let me know whereabouts you are. It'd be really interesting to know if you're maybe in my hometown of Driffield, or maybe here in Vegas, or maybe you are in Poland. Comment below, it'd be lovely to know where you all are. Then you've got your premium department store brands, more expensive, usually French formulated, still a lot of them synthetic nasties in there. And then you've got your top end Swiss products, and the Swiss do the best of the best. So we sit on par with companies like La Prairie, Crème de la Mer, but the price is much, much lower because we don't pay 1 penny of advertising. So the difference is, you know, we're a network marketing or a social marketing company, and this excited me so much because once I did my research, I realised that actually I was quite misinformed about the industry, but it's the biggest industry in the world. It's double the size of the film and music industry put together. It's about $183 billion industry at the moment, but it's invisible because there's no paid advertising. So it's normal people like me that promote the products, but that just means that we can build a great business because we've cut out all of the middlemen. And it's just word of mouth referral. So people share products and books and films. Hi Mum! So cool, my mum's online. Hope you're well. So we share products every day, restaurants, books, films we love, and we go watch them, and then we tell other people, and then they go spend their money on that thing, and then they tell someone, and they tell someone. Now, if you do that for a restaurant, you could make that restaurant thousands of pounds, but they would never give you a thank you check each month saying thank you. Someone told someone that told someone because of you, and they came and spent their money, here's your commission check. And that's what social marketing is. You get paid every single time someone in your downline of recommendations buys through that company. So it is such a generous business model to be part of, and as far as I've seen, we've got the most generous and fair compensation plan that is out there in the world of social marketing. And it's just a case of cutting out the advertising. So when you buy in a shop, your product, what's in that pot, whatever it is, whether it's a bag of protein, whether it's a nutrition bar, your cleanser, your foundation, about 15% of what you pay is for the quality of what you take home. 85% of what you spend is for all the middlemen that get it on the shelf, such as the manufacturer, the wholesaler, the warehousing. 40% of your money goes on advertising, and then the cost of going to retail, and then finally it's on the shelf and you take it home. So you think you've got this really high quality product, so you've maybe spent £40 on it, but actually only 15% of that is for what the product is. So with social marketing, we own our manufacturer with Arbonne. The products are all ordered online. Everyone is linked by an ID number, so the website knows who you're connected to and who needs paying the commissions. The orders are placed online and they are shipped to the client store in 3 working days. We cut out all the middlemen. So the only person in the middle is me or consultants that builds the business. So that is why it's so generous, and people can build multi-million-pound businesses through this because everyone else has been taken out. And and how the world is now, I just think it's so needed. You know, for such a long time we were living in that 40-40-40, that we should go to school, go to university, get a degree, get a good job, stay in that job for 40 years and do about 40 hours a week, and then retire and attempt to live on 40% of what we were getting paid before. And most people aren't even getting by on their full-time wage. And I think we look forward and think, when I retire, I'm going to travel, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go on cruises. But if you can't do that now, how on earth could you do that on 40% when you retire? So this is why Plan Bs are amazing, and this is why Arbonne is absolutely exploding. So to kind of give you an idea about who endorses it, we've got Tony Robbins, Robert Kawasaki, Richard Branson. All these people are saying network marketing is the business of the 21st century. 1 in 3 people will be doing network marketing in the next 5 to 10 years, and I'm already seeing that growth. So it's just about what company they're going to be with. So why not be with you, doing Arbonne, using the best products on the planet with the most generous compensation plan I've seen. Sorry, huge helicopter overhead. Someone having a view of the strip. Yeah, so it just gives people like us the chance to build that, and everything is in place for you. So the system to success, you get your starter kit. For me, I didn't have to think about it. I've run a traditional business in the past for 9 years, and it was quite lonely and quite stressful. I think unless you're Richard Branson, it can be tough setting up a traditional business. You've got to think about logos, copyright, websites, you know, business names, constant paying out for advertising, any stock you need. You know, you need tens of thousands of pounds to set up a business and make that successful. So with this, it's a really low startup, but people can build a huge business just by going out and sharing. So what we do is we stop, start and share. So I and other consultants with Arbonne have stopped buying our products from the high street, going into their shops, giving their CEOs money, and started buying for our own website at 35 to 50% off, and then sharing them with other people. I would never ever convince someone to buy these products or to convince them to do the business. All I will do is share them and let them try them, have a great experience, make sure they know about the opportunity as well, because it's changed my life. So I see it as my duty to share this with people and just let them make the decision. It's totally up to them. It's not for everyone, but if people want to build a business, I can help them. And it works on the idea of the compound effect. So when I started my business, there was just me using the products and using them on the family, and I went out, shared them with a few people, and started to build my personal team, which I coached and trained so they could duplicate. And they went out and built their teams, and they built their teams, and all along the while there are so many people that the business just isn't for them, but they love the products, so they start to use the products. And all these consultants are building up a massive client base, and you can imagine over the stage of 4.5 years the compound effect kicks in, and that is a lot of volume from product sales coming through the business. Sorry, that's my husband in the background dancing. I think he's had a few beers by the pool. Should be watching the children. Oh, he's totally put me off now. Yes, so basically over time that's built a big large volume of product sales coming through the business, and you get paid a commission on your direct sales, which is very, very generous, up to 35%, but also you get paid an override by Arbonne. I don't know who that is. I'll just carry on. So you get paid an override on your network of consultants as well, and that override is not taken from their paychecks. Arbonne award you with that as a thank you for building that network, coaching your teams, and that's how the numbers get so big, and how people can build their business for maybe 5 to 10 hours a week and replace their full-time income like I did. So I don't want to talk too long about this. What I'll do is I'll tell you about the... My mum says hi. I'm going to tell you about the compensation plan. If any of this pricks up your ears, or you think you need something else, or you need more information, then let me know. So there's 4 levels with Arbonne, and the first level is district manager, which takes on average about between 1 and 5 months in the UK to get to district manager. And at that level you may see anything from £100 to £800 a month. So on top of your full-time wages, if you imagine £500 extra a month, that's £6,000 a year. So how would that look to you and your family on top of what you already have coming into the household? And there's bonuses you can achieve at that level as well. So for me, it was month 3 I became a district manager, and the next level is area manager, which takes around 12 months in the UK, and it was my 11th month in. I became an area manager and replaced that full-time income that I had coming in. I was doing around, I'd moved from doing about 5 hours a week up to 10 hours a week at that point, and it's anything from between £800 up to £2,500 a month. So that full-time income coming in, and I didn't do anything different at that level. It's just my network of consumers and my teams had started to grow consumers. That compound effect was starting to kick in there. And when you're an area manager, your business has become willable for 6 generations, so that alone just meant everything to me. And the third level, where I got to in December, is regional vice president, and at this level you receive a £500 cash bonus to have a white Mercedes of your choice paid for by Arbonne as a massive thank you for building such a great network of consumers and helping the team. Incomes at my level start from around £2,500 up to £8,000 a month, because the network has grown as it's compounded and compounded over time. You know, we get so much jewellery and gifts and recognition. This year in Vegas has just been outstanding. Just, yeah, they pour on you as a vice president for all the hard work you've put in. I do between 10 and 15 hours a week now. I spend every day with my baby and my 2.5-year-old. Oh, my son just nearly hit me on the head with a beach ball. With my 2 little kids, spend every single day with them. But still build my business in the little nooks and crannies. I do some online, I do some coffee dates, get together with mums in the park, wherever that'll be. You just build it however it's going to work best for you. But there is a level above me, which is National Vice President, and that takes on average 5 years if you're working consistently to get to. Now, my friend Mel's a National Vice President, so I've seen someone I know, go through those levels, and it's an amazing level. They send you to Maui in Hawaii, paid for, every January, so that's the whole family, children as well. You've got your Mercedes bonus, but they up it to £600. Average earnings at that level are around £11,000 a month, and they're doing around 15 hours a week as well at that level. Still doing the same things, but doing more training, but still going out and doing the do. So for me, that was just life-changing money. That £11,000 a month, I just thought, I don't have a clue how to do this business. I know nothing about products, I know nothing about network marketing, but I'm very coachable, I'm very open-minded, and although speaking to new people was really out of my comfort zone to start with, and I would never ever have done this 4.5 years ago, the support and the mentorship, you've got someone holding your hand the whole time, has given me the confidence to go out there, be brave, build the business, and then help other people do the same. And we've got people from age 18 upwards. We have males, females, accountants, teachers, beauticians, train drivers, police women, you name it, doing the business. So it doesn't matter what you currently do now, it's just whether you want more out of life. That might not be finances, it might be just feeling better about yourself and building up your own confidence. It might be having more of a social life, it might be the money, it might be getting some time back. But if anything you've heard rings a bell with you, or it sparks your excitement like it did to me, do let me know. There's different ways you can get involved with Arbonne. If it isn't the business, you might want to host and try the products as a group. You might want to just shop, or you might want to jump in as a consultant, which is £56, gets you your starter kit. And then I did invest in products, because we're a product business and you can't build a business without products to share with people. But that was it. I just thought, that's it, and Arbonne do all the hard work for me, all the marketing and the website, and I just go out there and share it. So I'm going to leave you, going to go have some time in the pool and see the team and just enjoy my last day here in Vegas. But any questions, let me know, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.